Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? I am here. You're here. It's great to see you all again. Third night in a row. The Wrestling Wire is on, except tonight we're covering, the big boys. Okay. We're talking about the big leagues here. We're talking about AEW, WWE. Look, both of them had huge live events this weekend. No doubt about it. Jeddah, the crowd was on fire. I remember distinctly hearing that audience sing at Randy Orton's entrance. Like, oh my God, that's awesome. That's got to be cool because you're in another country. They don't speak the same language, but they were singing it word for word. That was solid in my book. So anyway, what's happening, everybody? We're gonna be talking about that. What else is going on? There's a lot of good shows coming up this weekend. I'm sure a bunch of you are making plans, making arrangements, whatever, to go find something to do this weekend. If you're looking for wrestling shows, I guarantee you we've got one in your area. If you're in this Carolina region, Carolina, Virginia, things like that, we've got a show for you. It's going to be somewhere close to you. All these shows are looking like they're going to be, exceptional. Is the way to put it. But anyway, jump right into it. I tried calling Lorenzo. Lorenzo didn't answer. I was looking for David. I can't get a hold of David. I don't know what happened. My co-host did not call in sick, to my knowledge. I have no idea where my hey, what
Yo.
the heck?
Literally finishing up training right now. I'm at the Strong Style Pro Wrestling Performance Center.
Okay. Wow. All right. So you were training. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I told you. I did tell you. I probably was not going to be home when we were going to go live.
Yeah, I don't remember you telling me that part, but I remember you telling me you were going to be doing something. I just don't remember.
I wanted to be a surprise.
Oh, so you were at training. Look at you go. Brian Scott chimed in. He said, "What's up?" Tommy Scott, what up,
What's
Ron
up, Brian?
and David? Hopefully, you didn't forget the tally graphic. No, well, he has the tally graphic on his computer, and he is obviously not at home. So, we don't have that tonight, but it's okay. We don't need it for anything because I don't remember if we did anything for we didn't go all out on the wrestling pay-per-views. We went all out on the indie shows here that we were covering.
On the indie show. Well, we did do one. We did do the King and Queen of the Ring, which we didn't get to talk about because we were doing all the indie stuff all week. But it's a nice little thing to add on. I like it. I think it's pretty dope.
Yes, definitely. So you had it'll turn you eventually, or it should. David rocking the bandana, looking like the third Briscoe. Oh man, yeah, he does actually. With the gray in his goatee and all that, he does look like the third Briscoe brother. Definitely, 100%. We had the tag team championship successfully defended. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Liv Morgan is your new women's world champion after defeating Becky Lynch.
Yep. That was a surprise.
I didn't expect to beat that one. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. But I'm happy because it works. Liv is a fine competitor. She's over as hell. She's popular as shit. Why not ride the wave? I mean, put the title on somebody where the wave is carrying them. They just didn't want to hand it straight to her after the WrestleMania loss to Rhea, and then getting it in the Battle Royal match would have just made it look god awful, I think. So I kind of like the way they did this. Becky being a transitional champion, I'm down with it.
It was a good swerve. It was a good swerve.
Yeah, definitely. Sami Zayn defeated Chad Gable and Bronson Reed in a triple threat to retain his Intercontinental title. Awesome match. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you need to go back and watch that match. That was really fun. There was also a little miscue there with Otis hitting Chad Gable. There's a lot going on that. There's a lot going on there. Another custody of Dominic match has to happen now. So it's going to be
about that.
Yeah. It's going to be a ladder match for the title and the custody of Dom. Winner gets Dom. There you go. And have Dom's wife be the special guest referee. That would make it even better.
Yeah.
That would be even better. But the miscue with Otis and Gable was perfect timing. And then they kept that going on Monday too, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. I am still salty about this one. Nia Jax is your queen of the ring.
I told you it was going to happen. They were showing you, they were hyping you up, they were getting your hopes up. And you know what? She put on a good showing, but that was the whole point of it. You know, Lyra did a great job, but I was telling you, Nia Jax. There you go.
Here's my thing.
You're queen.
Here's my thing. Nia Jax is going to challenge somebody for a women's title. Does she go after Liv Morgan, or does she go the other way after Bayley? Who's she going to go after? My whole thing is this. I'm like, let's not have her go after Liv. I don't like that idea at all. Considering Liv just beat her before in her last match on Raw before the draft. So, like, it's got to be Nia Bayley. It's the only thing that makes sense here. I don't know what else you're going to do with Liv. There's going to be somebody else coming after Liv. But not Nia. I'm not into that. I'm not into that idea at all.
I can see you're going after Bayley, but no, I think it's dope. The reactions online have been great, from hate to praise. I think that they got what they wanted out of that. It's going to be a fun gimmick for her.
No, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. She needs to do the whole queen gimmick. She needs to do it, and just when she put on the crown and everything, great pop, great.
So, I'm gonna be that guy who says what everybody in the world is thinking. Did you see how badly she landed her finisher?
I think it looked devastating. It looked. It
brutal. Wasn't.
I think it was meant to look brutal.
No,
that's how she should be doing it from now on. It looked
to break people's ribs, and thank God Lyra was wearing a full bodysuit, because that way when the shit got knocked out of her, it didn't fly everywhere. It was trapped in the outfit. That was horrible. That was terrible. That's not how that's supposed to look at all. It's supposed to be a Yokozuna splash from a woman. And Yokozuna always hit his feet.
I think that the way it ended that match, I think that's how it should be from now on. Because it just looked. For me, I thought it looked brutal. It looked awful.
It did. It was brutal. That's the problem. It wasn't safe at all. That's why it was shit, and that's why she is shit. She's queen shit now. Moving on before we get into an argument. Before we argue about Nia Jax. Gunther defeating Randy Orton to win the King of the Ring was a surprise.
Yes. And you know what? Good on him.
Yeah.
And especially after,
shoulders were up. Shoulder was up. That shoulder wasn't even close to down. It was that high up, okay? Like, there's going to be something that comes out of that. That's going to turn into a story.
Oh, yeah. It has to. Like, because even... I was like, what? It was everybody was like, it's the argument I've been seeing all week so far. That Randy got cheated or whatever, and his shoulders. I was like, you know what they say, the controversy, and it's people are still talking about it. And you know what? He might be due for a rematch.
Maybe they get a rematch out of it, but in my opinion, Randy Orton needs to hit that ref with an RKO out of nowhere. Like, that has to happen now. Like, you suck that bad at your job. Are your shoulders down now, bitch? Like, that's what needs to happen. He just needs to drop that guy. Exactly.
Has he? Yeah.
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 Rumble, Chamber, Mania, Backlash, and King of the Ring. And look, look, you can't polish a turd. You are 100% right. You cannot polish a turd, and Nia Jax is shit. That's right.
Disagree.
Can't stand Nia Jax.
I think it's the Nickelback effect. I think it is with you.
No,
It's-
no, and no.
All right.
The Nickelback effect? No, that's called the nepotism effect, dickhead. Not Nickelback. Nepotism. Because she's related to Dwayne The Rock. That's it. Nothing to do with her actually being good, because she's not good at all. No.
Disagree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
That's fine. And just like with a lot of things, you are in the minority. No problem.
I see what he did there.
Yeah. Well, I did that. I actually mean that in a couple of ways. I didn't necessarily mean it the other way, but it's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I didn't mean it in the the Hispanic manner. I meant it in the other manner. You're younger than me.
Sure.
You're less popular than me. Those are the
Less
minorities.
popular. I disagree.
Yeah. But anyway, Cody Rhodes defeating Logan Paul. That was fun, man. That match was actually really fun.
Yeah. I thought I was happy with it. Okay, because I was like, I wasn't expecting Logan Paul to go over, but it was a fun match.
Right. Most definitely.
And it was like, oh, okay, it was entertaining. It wasn't a squash. It was actually pretty fun to watch. I was like, eh.
Right. Now, they're setting up exactly what we've been talking about already. Damian Priest confronted King Gunther. King of the Ring Gunther. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest getting into it. So we already know that that's coming. Drew and Damian is coming to Clash of the Castle, just like we predicted. But we've got Drew winning that. I just hope to see.
I feel like
Damian...
we should start actually betting money for the East now, because we've kind of been calling it pretty close.
Yeah, I feel like Damian Priest needs to have a couple of defenses going into this. I feel like there's got to be something. He's got to do something as champion, unless they're really going to have him beat Drew in Drew's hometown or in home country, Scotland. I just feel like that's fucking out there.
Yeah, it's possible they have done that, but for me, I think it'd be a bigger for him to win there. Hometown advantage. You would think so,
right. But yeah, so Drew and Damian going at it is going to be fun, and then you're going to get Drew and Gunther in, was that Germany? I think Austria, one of the two. So that's going to, all those are going to be fun. Now, having Gunther win, I don't think you're going to happen. What I think is going to happen is Money in the Bank cash in will happen there to really thwart fuck the whole thing up. That's my.
That'd be a good swerve. That'd be a good swerve. Yeah.
Because Gunther gets his title chance at SummerSlam. So I feel like there's going to be more to it getting there between here and there. You got Braun Strowman defeating JD McDonough. That was actually pretty entertaining considering the size discrepancy here.
Yeah. I've been seeing the highlights for that one too. Like a lot of people talking about that matchup. That was a pretty fun match.
Who wins the men's and women's Money in the Bank, though? Right now, my early guess is going to be CM Punk will win it for an unprecedented third time. Nobody's ever won it 3 times, to my knowledge, for the Money in the Bank. So I think that's their way of putting Punk back in the title picture where he was supposed to be back at Mania. Women's side, let's go. I don't know, man. I'm feeling like Tiffany. Maybe Lyra Valkyria, maybe Tiffany Stratton. That's it.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He did good. It was a fun match to watch. It was actually entertaining.
Not for me personally, and I think
women matches.
some people are, and that probably same. I enjoy NXT a little bit more, just the vibe of it. During the week, but I actually enjoyed watching these matchups. I was like, oh, these are pretty dope. Give the men's to LA Knight and the women's to, okay, I can see that. Actually, yeah.
LA Knight and Zoe Starks? Maybe Zoe. Or Shayna Baszler. LA Knight would be fun as Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah.
Because he'd be constantly taunting it. So that'd be really fun, actually.
That would be fun.
I just feel like they're going to do it for Punk because it'll be the first time somebody's had it 3 times. That's just kind of my opinion. I could be entirely wrong, bro. I could really be fucking wrong.
I'll be right back.
But
well, you could be, but you've been kind of spot on lately.
All right. We got Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov ended in a no contest because of Braun Breaker. That's ridiculous. Like, why? I get it, but at the same time, why are we doing this right now? Are you trying to just have him wreck everybody that everybody wants to see? Like, some of your most popular wrestlers right now are being meleeed by freaking Braun Breaker. Ricochet mainly. Why are we doing this? I'm trying to figure out where the payoff is, because you're not going to have Ricochet get it back against Braun Breaker. Not this new on the roster, not this fresh. No, it's not. I don't see that happening. So I don't understand the concept.
Not yet, anyway.
I don't see the reason behind booking Breaker to go after a treasure like Ricochet. You know what I'm saying? Like if he beat Akira Tozawa, okay, or if he beat Otis, or if he beat, Dragon Lee, if he beats some of those people, okay, like, I get it. You beat them, moving up in the ranks here by winning.
Yeah, it gives because you're telling that story. I'm trying to get to that end goal.
Right. But what's the goal of just going after Ricochet? Is he going to be the new speed title holder? Is that it? He's going for that speed title for that X thing?
Mm-hmm. That could be it. That could be. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Might, I guess, maybe could be it. But why? What are you going to do with Ricochet after that? It's not just the moving part of one. It's the moving part of both. And that's where people get kind of funky on writing the story for a show like this. It's not just how you move forward with this guy, it's how you move forward with this guy and the person who beat him or the person he beat. They each have to move forward in a direction. There has to be something next. So what's next? That was my point. AOP defeating the Creed brothers. That was solid. That was tag team wrestling, and that was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. I even wrote down some notes. That's how you have a tag match. Yeah, that was a fun tag match.
Agreed entirely. Lyra Valkyria defeating Kairi Sane with the taped up ribs from Nia Jax Saturday night. And
that was the upset.
I thought it was an upset too. I really felt that Lyra Valkyria defeating Kairi Sane was an upset as well. But it was a good match.
Well, look, they're still building her up. Yeah, she lost Queen of the Ring, but the fact it was to get a win over Kairi with injury really puts her over. Really does.
Oh, definitely. Rey Mysterio defeating Carlito. Talk about 2002 happening again. Good God.
Yes. What year is it?
It's 2024, and it feels like 20 years ago this match happened. And we're watching it again. Mm-hmm. And both these guys can still go. And people that are like, oh, he's slow now. You will be too.
No, these guys can still go.
But they can still go. Definitely. Big Bronson Reed defeated Otis. Then you had what's his name with the belt? Chad Gable take his belt off like he was going to beat his ass. Maxine Dupree stopped him from hitting Otis, and then he shunned her and sent her away. It's a mess. I get the whole storyline is still Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn came out and they put a hurting on him. Mm-hmm. But dude, the craziness that we're dealing with, that IC title, the story arc is so popular right now. It's great. I love that Sami Zayn's holding it, and they've got a real good story going with him, and it's very creative, and it's doing more. What's up, Lorenzo? Yes, we saw the Lucha Mama. Yeah. Look at this. I personally feel Gunther didn't need it, considering he just broke the IC title record.
True.
But that's me.
Yeah.
I agree. That was what we actually said that on air. That's coming from Travis Trammell. He will be on our show next Tuesday night. Right? Yeah.
He agrees.
Of course. And then in their main event for the evening, we had Liv Morgan defeating Becky Lynch to retain the women's world title. But it wasn't without some shenanigans involved. You know, Braun Strowman was chasing the Judgment Day, and he was trying to catch Dominic Mysterio, and he ended up hitting Dom into the door, or he hit the door, and it hit Becky in the head. Like, it was just a domino effect of shit. Like, okay.
It was slapstick, but it worked.
Right. Why is Braun Strowman after the Judgment Day? Where's that going? Like, you see what I'm saying? Where did that come from? What sense did that make? But I thought it was a solid matchup. Women in a steel cage, pay me. I'm good. I like it.
Fantastic.
Most definitely.
I feel like the matches have gotten a lot better lately. They've just been a lot more fun to watch and get involved with. And that's like, I feel like I'm enjoying it again. Despite some of the controversy people out there talking about it, but I've been enjoying it. And it was like on the edge of my seat. Like, it was pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Especially since we've been doing the, our little who's going to win, brackets and stuff. So that was kind of cool to kind of like, let's see how we do. I still feel like we should have bet money.
Oh, most definitely should have bet money. Then you had NXT was going on. Oh, somebody's coming to get in. They want to know what's up. Hey, what's happening? Yeah.
Howdy.
What's happening, bud?
I'm going to wrap here real quick. I was thinking about trying, because I know we have a lot to do tonight. I'll get right back on in a bit, all right?
Okay.
I'll be right back. But,
see ya.
Let's
he's going to miss. You're going to miss NXT. Dude, finish what up? We got to do NXT. That was Raw. We got to do NXT and Double or Nothing and Dynamite.
Oh, damn. Well, we got a long night tonight. Damn.
And then we got a
NXT was fun to watch. Got to say Javon. Javon was fun. Sexy Red was fun. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. For all the people,
I think it's always cool when they bring in celebrities. There's only some celebrities that were, I don't know what the fuck they did, freeze them and bring them on. But I think this is one of those fun celebrities to have on.
Right. Well, that's kind of my point. Why in the hell are you going to? There were so many people shitting on the Sexy Red thing being on there, right? I don't understand why. You've let the Paul brothers be on there. You've let UFC people be on there. You've let Tyson be on there. You've had all these fucking people. Kid Rock's been involved. Drew Carey's been involved. Yeah, Kevin Federline was in there. Right. You've had all these celebrities involved. Why are you going to shit on Sexy Red? Who cares? Like, I'm cool.
The thing is, she's a legit wrestling fan, and you could tell she was having a lot of fun. Everybody was having a good old time with her on there. And I was about to say, Javon was having a good old time.
Hey, man, look,
even Shawn Michaels was having a good old time. I'm glad. So that was pretty cool, funny.
Right, exactly. It was solid. There's no reason to bitch and complain about it. I was happy she was there. I thought it was cool. I had to go back and watch it the next day because we were doing a stream, but it is what it is. Just
Drew Carey was even in the Rumble at one point.
Yes,
so, that's what I'm saying. And look at Bad Bunny. Being in his match or doing a match. Come on.
Hold on, bro. Listen, Bad Bunny, in my opinion, you can hand him a contract and let him go probably 10 times a year.
Yes. And that I mean, it's a draw, and it's a great idea. And that was a awesome example. I thought it was great. I don't understand why people are sitting here. But I'll be back for the next segment. I got to get back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, but I'll talk about NXT while he's gone. Like I say, my man was at training tonight, so that's just kind of how it goes, man. we've got real life to deal with. There's going to be times where I'm not here either, but that's the great thing about having a good co-host like I have. I know it's going to be taken care of, and that's all I need. I need things taken care of. I like things being done. Anyway, listen. Talk about NXT from Tuesday night. Mishin defeating Tatum Paxley in the NXT North American Women's Championship qualifier. So now they're starting to build up for that secondary women's title there. I like the idea of a mid-card women's title. And that belt is pretty. If you haven't seen it yet, it's white, it's got the gold, it's got some red to it. It's nice. I really do like the new NXT North American or the women's North American title. I think it's nice. Riley Osborne defeating Ridge Holland. Okay, not really sure what we're doing here with Ridge Holland still, but there's issues with Chase U and all these other things going on. I really need to delve deeper into that to be able to try to figure out what's going on and why. But we had the OC defeat Malik Blade and Edris Enofe. I get it. You're trying to, but I get why, but what's next for both teams? Are you building the OC up to be NXT tag champs? If that's the thing, okay, cool. If not, I feel like you're hindering your future team in Malik Blade and Idris. It feels like there needs to be a little bit more give and take there when it comes to that team, because I feel like that team's not really getting much of a shot right now. And Malik and Edris are straight up talented dudes, awesome to watch in the ring. So it's just one of those things, man. Lola Vice defeating Ariana Grace. Okay, good match. Two awesome looking women that can go. I got nothing but good for it. NXT was on fire this week. This to me was an upset. Dante Chen defeating Lexis King. I did not see that coming. I really do think they're going to put Lexis King in that North American title spot within the next 3 to 6 months on the men's side. I really do believe that. So I'm a little confused at what they're doing with Dante Chen. We had Kalani Jordan defeating Ren Sinclair, and that was another qualifier for the women's North American title. Yet again, solid match. I am ready to see how all this shit shapes out. I'm ready to see what the end of this is going to look like. I want to see how the end of it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Like the end of this, like they're shaping up to a match, you know, because these are all qualifying matchups. I want to see what the end result is, because when you put these ladies in this matchup, it's going to be something serious. Trick Williams and Javon Evans with Sexy Red defeated Gallus. That was a lot of fun. People who were shitting on Sexy Red for being there, dude, fuck you. It's a celebrity. She was paid and having fun. Like, there's no need to bitch. None. You really don't need to do this. That's that dumb shit to me. And that was your main event of NXT. Moving on now to Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing 2024 was insane. Let's see here. I had to go and pull up the site because I don't remember all of these matches. I had to watch them in clips. I'll put it that way. I had to watch things in clips. I really didn't get to watch much of it. But they had a grudge match, Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo. Pretty sure Deonna Purrazzo won that one. She was holding the rope for leverage. They're talking about doing something for men and women's Owen Cup will get world title shots this time instead of title belts. So that's cool. Trios match, the Acclaimed which is Anthony Bowen, Max Caster, and Daddy Ass versus the Cage of Agony, Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. Let's see here. This was weird because they had Chance, the Vegas Golden Knights mascot, stole the chair. And Billy Gunn cradled Bishop to score the pinfall in this one. They got the Vegas Golden Knights hockey team involved in this. I thought that was cool. I really did. That was probably, in my opinion, that was one of the best moments of the whole pay-per-view. And I thought it was great. And that wasn't even on the pay-per-view. That was part of the kickoff. Let's see, we had the International Championship match. Roderick Strong going up against Will Ospreay. And new international champion, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. What I don't understand was the whole feud going on with him and with Roddy and Orange to then it felt like they just ended that abruptly and switched gears. I thought that they were going to go with Orange getting it back. I really did. But now you got that title on Will Ospreay. What are you going to do next with him? And what are you going to do next with Roddy? What are you going to do next with Orange Cassidy? There's a lot there. Adam Cole came down to the ring. MJF came out. That's crazy. Adam Cole was in the ring talking. Then all of a sudden, now you've got MJF returning. A lot of people weren't sure whether MJF was coming back to AEW or not. I didn't think he was leaving yet, but I'm fairly confident that there was if his contract did indeed expire, his new one is freaking ridiculous to keep him to stay. Absolutely atrocious to keep him there. Let's see. Let's see here. We had the Unified World Trios Championship matchup. The Bang Bang Game, which is Switchblade, Jay White, the Guns, going up against Death Triangle. Jay White ended up with the pin over Pac, and that was it. They retained their titles. AEW Women's World Championship match. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. This one was everything I wanted it to be, except for the finish. I really thought Serena Deeb was going to walk out your new title holder. I don't understand why I'm not seeing her winning a heavyweight title. She is fantastic in the ring. And Toni Storm, in my book, it wouldn't have been a bad time for her to drop the belt. Not at all. Not in the least. I get it, but now what's next for Serena Deeb? Does she go back to the drawing board? Does she try to get back up in there? What do we got going on? Grudge match. Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta. This thing was ugly. They were going crazy. Orange Cassidy ended up getting the win over Trent Beretta, but these two were going nuts. They were going all over the place. Let's see here. Three-way FTW championship match. FTW rules. The Learning Tree. So he's no longer the Ocho. He's no longer the Lionheart. He's no longer any of these other monikers that he's had. He's changing his moniker every month now. It's the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata, which I still didn't understand why this was a three-way match. To me, it didn't make much sense. What I came up with is they needed a schmoz finish, and they needed somebody to take that L, and it went pretty much exactly like I thought it would go. You had Brian Keith come down. It's like, whoa, what? The Bounty Hunters now with Jericho. Okay, now what? Now what are we doing here? So Hook ended up hitting Keith with the kendo stick. Then you had Jericho hit Hook with a Judas effect. Jericho covered Shibata. So Shibata took that L. Hook didn't take the loss. Now Hook has a gripe, and Hook can get another match. That's what I see going on there. But what about Shibata? Well, he wasn't really, he wasn't really much of a thing to it anyway. There wasn't any real story built around Shibata. You love Jericho, but hate the whole learning tree thing. Apparently, the whole learning tree thing is actually a dig at Vince McMahon. That's what I read something the last couple of days, and that's what the basis of it became. Chris Jericho is basically like Vince McMahon with the learning tree, is the way it was explained. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. So this basically means if you win, you can get a shot at the title. If you lose, you don't get a shot at it. Jon Moxley going up against Takeshita. I'm not going to try to pronounce the old boy's name. It's just not happening. It's just Takeshita. Let's see here. This was one I don't remember if I was able to see everything. Oh, it's Takeshita. Is it Takeshita? Is it? Nah, whatever. Kanushi. No, this is Takeshita. The other one's Takeshita. This is Takeshita. Got it. My bad. Anyway, Takeshita ended up with some chairs in the ring. Moxley curb stomped him into a chair, hit the Death Rider, and pinned him. And that was that. So now there's still no true number one contender for the IWGP World title, which is held by Mox. Crazy shit here. TNT Championship, barbed wire, steel cage match. Adam Copeland, Malachi Black. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Right now. I understand they didn't know the severity of the injury when it happened. However, if you're Malachi Black, you got to be looking at this like, okay, I was just in this match, and now the title's forfeited the next day after I lost it. My opinion, if it was that bad, you could have had some communication there going, hey, look, he's fucked up. Let's go ahead and change the finish here. Let's go ahead and call the finish different. And I think the world would have shit for Copeland to lose with Gangrel and all that. Definitely the world would have shit. Because he broke his leg jumping off the top of the cage and landing pretty much on his feet instead of the table and stuff. Like it's a rough bump. It's a rough thing anyway to do. No lie about it. That's a common thing to attempt to do. But why are you going to do it then? That becomes my issue. Why are you going to do it? If it's going to be that common and that complicated, why are you bothering? I don't understand. That pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, was huge. There was a ton of freaking matches on that shit. Lexi Nair, nope. There it is, TBS Championship match. Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné. And Mercedes walked away with the title. So here's my thing. I get that they've had a rivalry and they've done stuff together in Japan. That's cool. You're putting your mid-card title on Mercedes Moné. Okay. All right. But why? Here's my thing. Did you just not want to put her directly in the heavyweight title or in the women's title picture? All right, then. Okay, I get it. But I don't know. Maybe it's sour grapes. Whenever she gets the title, one of two things happens. She gets hurt or she is ready to leave. So let's hope she's having a good time. Let's hope she continues to work there, and let's hope that they do something with this. Let's see here. I still can't believe they put the belt on her. Pretty much her first chance at anything, and she gets the title. It's crazy. And now it's time for the AEW World Title matchup: Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. Super hopeful that they're going to keep going with this. But we just had Christian got pinned. Swerve's still your champ. What are we doing though? Because Dynamite told us all about what's coming next. So it kind of makes it look like they're doing throw shit at the wall and see what sticks booking. That doesn't work in pro wrestling. I've seen it. I've worked some shows that operate like that. And when you're the promoter and you're the heavyweight champion and you're defending against a dude who, by all intents and purposes, I mean, can he do the wrestles? Yeah, he can do the wrestling stuff, but he's really not popular. He's not a draw. I don't understand the point of the match. But that's just me. That's why I call throw shit at the wall booking. But trust me, booking can be considered rocket science because not everybody can do it. Anarchy in the arena match, the Elite versus Team AEW, and the Elite win this one. The fire for Jack Perry, crazy. Darby Allin being nuts with a flamethrower. It's been a long week. It has been a long week. I'm waiting on David to get back too, that asshole. But that was everything, man. Jack Perry jumped in the ring, hit Danielson with a running knee, and hit the pin. That's how it went. That's how that pay-per-view ended. Crazy how much content they shove into it's 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack. That is what AEW looked like when they did this. That many matches, this card. It was stacked. It had a ton of content to it. All good things. There was probably some stuff that didn't need to be on pay-per-view there, in my opinion. I get it that they're trying to look different than the other company. That's great. Give your audience a little bit of breathing room. Give your wrestlers more room for changing things, or how things go, or the pace of whatever. Give everything a little bit of time to breathe. It's just my opinion, though. That is just my opinion. And that was it for Double or Nothing. Now we're talking about Dynamite. And then here in a very short order, we've got a guest coming on. Then we're doing that indie thing, and then we're getting out of here for the night. So Dynamite had a celebration for Mercedes Moné. I didn't watch Dynamite last night. I was busy. We were on air. So AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland versus the Patriarchy's Kill Switch. Okay. Give me the reason why. I get he just beat Christian. Now he's got to beat Christian's homeboy, young boy, maybe, in the opening match of Dynamite. Went from last match to the first match. If you ain't opening, I get it. If you either want to be on first or you want to be on last, well, I'm on first and last in pretty much every show I work because I'm fucking ring announcer. So I get in the ring first and I leave the ring last. It's normally how it goes. But they're doing a new segment called TV Time with the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho, look, a whole bunch of more shit going on. They're going to be building more for Hook, but now you've got Hook and Samoa Joe talking privately. That leads you to believe that there's something getting ready to go on there. Eliminator match, Rocky Romero and Jon Moxley. And he beat Rocky Romero with the Death Rider. Got the pinfall. Let's see here. I'm skipping all this shit. Trent Beretta is in the Don Callis family now. TBS Championship match. Mercedes Moné and Sky Blue. I am a big Sky Blue fan. Sky Blue is a fantastic young lady, and I think she's got a good long career ahead of her. Sky went for Code Blue. Mercedes countered with the Moneymaker and pinned her. Let's see here. It looks like we're going to end up with CMLL Stephanie versus Mercedes. Not sure which title is going to be up for grabs or if both are, but looks like something's going on with that. Let's see here. World Tag Champions address the future of the TNT title after the injury to Edge, Adam Copeland, at Double or Nothing. So they gave it to Jack Perry. Christopher Daniels came out, changed all this shit. Daniels, there's a whole big story thing here. There's a bunch going into what they're doing with Christopher Daniels, what they're doing with the Elite, and now they're doing a tournament for the title. So we'll at least let that roll. The whole thing with Christopher Daniels is just kind of convoluted to me. Where did he come from? Why is what? Like, where did this come from? It's cool to see him, but you got to make it make sense for people to get invested in it. It's kind of my issue. Forbidden Door Casino Gauntlet match. The winner will face the world champion at Forbidden Door. Let's see here. Swerve and Ospreay will be facing each other. That's crazy. They're now putting the mid-carder and the mid-card title and the heavyweight title in the same match at Forbidden Door, June 30th. All right, here we go. So that is actually it for all of your local coverages, or all of your coverages for the, the main shows that happen on TV. I've sent the invite to our guest. He should be here shortly. Let's see here. I've got to go ahead and add images to some of this other stuff that we've got going on. Because you know how we do. We just kind of do things. There we go. That's the newest poster that I have, and I've got to figure out where to put it. I think it goes right here. Perfect. Pretty sure that's where it goes. Because we've got a lot coming up, and I can't wait to get everybody's opinions on it. Because we've got some serious shit headed your way, folks. We really do. Our guest has had the invite sent to them, so hopefully they'll get the message. And they were told 9:00 they'd be on. So I sent it to them a few minutes early so they could get everything situated. Looks like I've got about 8 minutes and some change to burn. So what do you want to talk about? Anything you guys out there in the audience want to discuss, want to talk about, want to ask, go right ahead. I've made a couple of comments this week. I am going to go ahead and address those while I'm waiting on anybody to say whatever they want. I've made a couple of comments this week about people being pissed off or whatever. And yeah, there is. I have apparently rubbed some people the wrong way. That's fine. But here's the thing about being a man versus being a social media person. Okay. As a man, if I have an issue with you, I'm going to call you and have a discussion. I'm going to speak to you and have a discussion. I'm not going to go on air and make stupid comments about, yeah, I'll kick your ass. What are you in fucking kindergarten? What is this, fucking elementary school? No, we're adults, and you're supposed to be a man, so you need to talk like one. Don't be a bitch. You want to talk? Talk. I ain't hard to find. Phone's always on. And if you ain't got my number, your boy got my number. I know for a fact motherfucker got my number. Don't do dumb shit. I'm not here for dumb shit. Because it all boils back to loyalty and respect. One of the reasons that I've had the success I've had in wrestling is because of being respectful. I've been respectful to promoters. I've been respectful to the workers. I've been respectful to everybody I've met. Shook everybody's hand, talked to everybody. That's what you're supposed to do in wrestling. And if there's ever been an issue, it's been handled like a man. Matter of fact, I'm not going to, name names or anything, but there was a concern after one of the shows we did this week. There was a concern with me and some things that I said. Talent reached out to me directly. Hey man, what is this? And I explained, hey, this is this. We're good. And he was like, fuck, okay, perfect. There was nothing to it. It was a simple misunderstanding because people don't know not everybody understands what's what. And that's fine. I don't need them to. But that's how things get handled. One message, one phone call solves problems. As far as the people that got an issue with me, if you still got an issue with me, you were probably told how to rectify that issue that I have. And until that's taken care of, I don't want to hear anything. This ain't about you. It ain't about how you feel. It ain't about the punk ass people you working for. It ain't about none of that shit. This is about me. And this is about what you should have done right to fucking begin with over a year ago. This is also about what should have happened from another company and what they should have done correctly. Instead of pointing the finger and blaming everybody else for them having piss poor turnout and everything else, don't fucking point your finger. Own up to your shit. Be an adult, be a man, own your mistakes. If you can't own your mistakes, don't fucking point at me. I'm the wrong one to point to. Is there anything else to say? My phone's right there. You know where to find me. You want to talk? We can talk. But don't go anywhere thinking you're going to get your hands on me because that's just fucking stupid. I ain't never seen nobody fucking want to do anything like that at a wrestling show over bullshit. I've seen it wanting to happen at a wrestling show over money. I've seen that happen before. Because a pint of blood goes for about $80. But I ain't never over no bullshit. Ever. Heard about somebody talking shit and wanting to go fighting. Dumb. It's dumb. That's disloyal and it's disrespectful. Loyalty is a big thing to me. I'm loyal to the people that have been loyal to me. I've been respectful to people that have been respectful to me. And I refuse to accept being disrespected by anybody. It doesn't work that way. Not when I invest what I invest into this industry, not what I invest into this podcast and my production shit that goes on the road. I've earned my spot. I make my money. I haven't been running shows. I don't run wrestling shows. I don't book shows. I'm not a promoter. I'm not. But I have the respect of promoters. And I'm not looked at like a fucking joke, a sideshow clown, or an invalid. And that's all that matters to me. I've got the respect of them. I've got the respect of the people, the fans included. I walk out and get a reaction. I take pictures with fans. What do you do? That's about it. That's about all you got, right? Where's your money? Have you been getting paid in wrestling since you've been in? Because I think I worked 3 matches for free in the beginning of my career in professional wrestling, and I've been getting paid ever since. Don't come at me. I'm not the one. Please take a step back and realize that nobody cares about what you're talking about. Oh, we've got some comments. Right. Look at this. Look, some comments. I can attest that Ron is very respectful. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate it. Look, Thomas Scott, I'll have to get a hold of you on the phone another time, my brother. I'm just addressing it like that because apparently there's still some people that got a problem with me, and I ain't even talked to them in over a fucking year. But apparently, I'm an asshole. Okay, cool. Look, always been respectful. And yes, you always were respectful to me. I never had a problem. I never had a problem with Thomas Scott. I can remember, I'll tell the story right now that motherfuckers will not believe on their life. They won't believe this about Thomas Scott. We were working a show. We were in Charlotte. Thomas was the promoter. He's the owner of the company. Something stupid happened, and he told them guys not to do it. Thomas was getting ready to walk out and really hurt somebody. Guess who grabbed him? My little ass. I am 1/3 of fucking Thomas's size. And I grabbed Thomas because I grabbed him and said, "Hey, brother, hey, man, let's not do this." Because I said that to him, he didn't go no further because it was me being respectful and looking out for him. That's taking care of. You want to talk about taking care of a company? Fucking take care of people. That's how you take care of a company. You take care of the people. It's not rocket science. But I remember that moment because I remember the look on his face. Somebody was getting ready to go to the fucking hospital if I had stopped him. And he probably would have gone to jail, and I would have been standing there with my dick in my hand like, what the fuck am I doing now? That's exactly how that night would have gone. Right. See, I know he remembers it. You're welcome, dude. I'll never forget that as long as I fucking live. Because my neighbor who was helping me that day film reminds me of it. He's like, "Do you remember that?" Yeah, I remember this. He reminds me all the time. He's like, "I still can't believe you grabbed a hold of that big bastard." Like, yeah, I know. But anyway, let's see here. It is 9:00. Our guest was supposed to be on. I don't know if he's got the message or not. I sent it to him like I told him I would about 15 minutes prior to his spot. But when it comes to this business and it comes to this industry, loyalty is a big deal, and so is respect. And I've been loyal to everybody I have ever worked with until they did me wrong. That's fair, right? You are loyal to people until they give you a reason not to be loyal. I have been cussed up one side and down the other by people and still work for them because it took that cussing for me to explain my side and cuss some more too. And all of a sudden, oh shit, okay, it's just a big misunderstanding. We're good. No problems. You've got to have an argument or a heated discussion and you got to air that shit out. And then you got to go on from there. I was on the phone last night with a wrestler and he said, "Brother, I want to tell you one thing. I want to thank you." He goes, "Because no matter what, after the shit conversations you and I have had, and after the shit we've seen, and some of the things we've had to do at work at wrestling shows," he said, "I can guarantee you, I don't care if it's politics or you and I getting a falling out over wrestling, or you and I getting a falling out over whatever." He said, "I know at the end of the day, we still going to be boys." Exactly, because having business and having friends are two different things. You've got to be able to separate business from personal. And I know a bunch of people that can't do that. They can't separate business them, personal them. Right now, the only blur in my lines you get, I've made a fucking divorce joke in a wrestling ring. I made a divorce joke in a wrestling ring. I said something about, "Hey fellas, after this matchup, If you need a good divorce lawyer, come see me. That I made that remark because the next match was a women's match, and yeah, it was funny. It fucking worked. There's that, and then there's the fact that like my kids are at the shows I work. That's it for personal with me. Nothing else is personal about that. This is business. This is about marketing. This is about money. This is about transparency. It's about growth and development. This people are fucking killing me when they want to use a personal vendetta for some dumb shit. I hate to break it to you. The tree you were barking up was squashed over a year ago. I buried it a year ago. A year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I buried it. I promise you I buried it. There was no recovering from the statements I made. None. The sheer fact is, it's been a bumbling failure for 2 years. Since then. Since me. Did I take that guy's money? Of course I took that guy's money. He owed me money. He paid me for a job. I did my job. The reality is that the envelope was short at the beginning of the night. And I had to get my money at the end. That was a problem. The other issues that were there were already mentioned and already talked about. Why are we talking about it 2 years later? Why is somebody else involved talking about that issue 2 years later? And why in the fuck are you turning your back on the man who helped you start your shit that got you in anyway? There's a big one right there. Bet you a bunch of motherfuckers didn't know about that one, did you? Yeah. There's that. Oh, and also letting people run me down and you talking shit about me. Guess what's great? Most of these motherfuckers know that I introduced you to them. I introduced you to everybody because I was trying to get you on the payroll. I was trying to bring you in the right way. But it's okay. You do you, boo-boo. I ain't got shit to do with you. I could care less about what show you run, where you work, or what you do. If I never see you again, it's too fucking soon. C'est la vie. All right? But promoters and talent promoters, loyalty is subjective when it comes to how long you're involved with a company. I hate to break it to you, but if you're in the same place for a very long time and you're not doing anything different, you're not improving, what's the point? Is it just something to do? Or is there a reason you're still there affiliated with that company? Now, if you're growing it and you're showing it and you're doing everything, okay, that's fine. It's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. This business has got so many crooked people in it, but for some reason, it's only a couple assholes that target me, but I work with everybody who takes care of everybody. Wonder what that's about. Hey, well, you just missed a tangent rant. You just missed a full tangent and rant. Are you there? I heard you for a second. Now you're gone again. Look at this fucking clown. Been right there where you are right now with people I respected and was loyal and right. I'm just saying. I don't understand. I don't understand why people think it's okay to turn their back on people who were trying to do nothing but help them. Did nothing but help you in the beginning. Nothing but it. Put you over, shared your shit, worked on your shit, commented on your shit, and you're gonna treat me like the redheaded stepchild? Nah, I don't think so. You can go get so fucked. You can go find a porno. Okay, I don't care. I got nothing for you, dude. Nothing for you. Anyway, look, the invite went out for our friends at WSN. They were supposed to be here tonight. Wrestling Society Network was supposed to be on air with us. I don't know what happened. One of them hit me up and, hey, I want to be on to talk about the app. And I was like, yeah, I give you a 15-minute spot this Thursday. They said, thank you. Perfect. So I guess we'll try to reconvene with him next week. Maybe we'll see what can happen. But at any rate, I'm moving on to that indie thing, y'all. It's time to talk about what we got going on in the indie scene in the area. This is your Carolinas region. So check this out. Tomorrow night, there is a special meet and greet, pictures available, autographs, and you can even get tickets for Saturday's show. Check out El Poblano Restaurant down in Union, South Carolina. This place has got some great food. I can't wait to go to dinner tomorrow night. I've got a shitty busy day tomorrow, but I can't wait for it because this is going to top my night right here. Looking forward to that. This weekend, this is June 1st. FWA presents Vengeance. Bell time is 4 p.m. This is in King, North Carolina. Be sure to check it out. Adults are $10. Children
Saturday
are free.
Live from King, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, there you go. About time you came back on here. You waited until I got done the rant and the tangent, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to stop the rant and the tangent, but it just didn't happen. Can we just talk about wrestling? There's no need for the drama. This is not high school anymore.
Well, that's the thing. I'm being targeted. I've got to defend myself.
What's up, Thomas?
Let's see here.
So, do you have any guests?
No, he didn't show up. I don't know what happened.
Come on. Makes me sad.
It's okay. Hey, look, this one's
wasn't that supposed to be at 9? Yeah, let's just give the rundown where we're going to be. We'll give him a few more minutes because we said we are going to be at 9 anyways, right?
Yeah, that was 9 o'clock. I sent him the invite at 8:49. So, but anyway, we're doing the rundown.
A few minutes. Yeah, well, first, this is going to be happening first. Here's a rundown. WrestleMania #3 happening in Clayton, North Carolina. Be there. We're in Strong Style Pro Wrestling, which I just left the training center. They're going to come and bring wrestling to WrestleMania. It's a Rat Rod show. You'll see cars. You'll see wrestling. You'll see vendors, food. It's going to be amazing. You're going to see James Harris, the All Nighters, Ollie Primo, SSP Championship on the line, the Internet Champion on the line. I'm going to be there. So if you want to come out and hang out with me, come hang out with me. 12 o'clock is bell time. Be there. You're going to see the likes of Audrey Allen and Mila Johnson.
There we go. I love that. That match is going to be fun.
That's going to be a great match.
Right. That's going to be
and then if you go back to the previous poster, because later in the afternoon, later that day,
the other one. I already did that
King,
one.
North Carolina.
I already talked about that one. You're going to be at both shows.
Look at you.
Yeah, I was doing your job for you. Just want to tell you guys, very proud of what you guys have accomplished in this business. From both of you, a pretty decent. Wow, what the fuck, and fuck what anybody else says.
Pretty decent. I'm an angel.
Yeah, I appreciate the pretty decent. That's a compliment. And fuck what anybody else says is definitely the right phrase. I agree with you entirely, Thomas Scott. Let's see here. Coming up on Saturday, are you in the?
Oh, wait, never mind.
No, we don't.
Never mind.
If you are up in the Hickory and Western North Carolina area, be sure you're checking out Champions of Fire 2. That's coming to you from Ring of Fire Wrestling. You're going to have main event TNA Kazarian versus Spotlight Scotty Brooks. That's your main event for the evening. We've got other matches. Bodie and Love Machine.
Love Machine.
JC and Gunner Rose. Luke Fury, Morgan Dash. Tommy Okami, Trey Chaos. Whiskey Business, High Hitters, and Fisticuffs. And once again, that main event is going to be on fire. That is Hickory, North Carolina. General admission $12. Kids 6 to 12, $6. So
where are you going to be at?
I will be down in Union, South Carolina. And I will be working the Norton Lewis Memorial. Right here, as you can see, AWL, CPW, and NCW combined. They converge on Union.
I love it when promotions work together to bring out some magic and amazing matches and shows. And this is what it's all about. Collabing to making some magic.
Right. This is what you're going to get at the Norton Lewis Memorial. You're going to get Caleb Conley versus Lodi. You're going to get Cooper Housley versus Chris Vallow. You're going to get the other guys versus Kid Kush and Nikki Chooch. Talking about getting something. Randy Wayne.
Sorry, I got
versus
excited
Merc.
because he was a great guest. I love the cut of his jib. He was a great guest.
He was a great guest. I cannot wait to smoke a cigar with that guy. Suicide versus Peterbilt. You're going to get Chris Fix versus Ken Magnum. Jackson Sane versus Duke Patterson. We're going to go ahead and say that I already called the funeral home in Union and told them to get ready for a small, about 180-pound meat sack to be delivered.
Yep. And if you haven't done so already,
Chase Emery. No, we got another one. Santana Jackson coming in from Vegas to take on one of Carolina's finest grapplers and wrestlers in Chase Emery. And we have got Italian Steel Don Furio defending his
Barry
title
Morales.
Yep, Barry Morales. That is going to be
a hell of a match. And if you haven't done so already, we talked about this yesterday? I thought you, me, and Lorenzo actually gave our predictions 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah, we did. Yeah. We gave our predictions on both of those cards that we interviewed this week. That's kind of part of the package with getting us hired. I had to explain that to somebody else last night. I explained it all. What? I explained the whole layout to somebody last night. Like, this is why this works. This is how it works. This is why we're here. And this is what we get. And he was like, so all this is because of that. Like, yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Like, it works. It's a great business model.
Pay the money. We put on quality product for you. It's a package deal, baby.
It's, glad we thought of this.
Yeah.
June 2nd, there's, I think, less than 3 seats, maybe 3 seats available for this Austin Aries seminar. $40. Monroe, North Carolina. Talent from multiple promotions will be in the house. Scouting talent. So you know what that means? They're going to be picking up bodies to go take to work. You pay your $40 on Sunday, you might get a booking for $40 or more the following Friday night. How crazy was that?
And where's that going to be at? Can you put that post one more time?
Monroe, North Carolina. If you need to know who to talk to, reach out to USA Main Event Wrestling, and they will tell you all about it. Next weekend, we will be in Georgia. You will be where? Which one will you be at? You're going to be at the thing on the 2nd?
I think it's at the Austin Aries there.
Yeah, he's going to be at the seminar for Austin Aries. Okay, very cool. Next weekend, your boys are on the road. At least I know for sure I am. We will be in Georgia. Look at this. This is Birthday of Champions. This is a 2-day special event happening in Marietta, Georgia at Flashback Games. It's a retro arcade. This is all the legends that will be there. It's the 6th, 7th, and 8th. The legends will be around. Don't know who's there on which day, but I can tell you one thing. I'm going to be there for 2 days. And it's going to be a fun time. We have got a shitload of talent going on this. Look at this. I don't know who's wrestling. I don't know nothing about the card. I just know there's going to be a shit ton of talent in the room.
And I feel like we could have a couple of things. We could have a tournament. We could have some wrestling. We could have some video games. We could have a video game tournament while there's wrestling going on.
They could play wrestling video games in a tournament.
True.
Even crazier, right? Even crazier. And Josh Martin's going to be there. Tell him about it.
Yes, the voice of Majin Buu, Fat Boo himself is going to be there. Come out, say hello. I think I still have my Fat Boo pop. I got to get that signed from him. And hopefully he'll sit down and do some commentary with us.
Yep, quite possible. I've got the unit ready for him. I've got a third microphone, so we are good to go.
Hey.
Coming up on that Saturday as well, Small Bar in Stallings, North Carolina. XWW presents Extreme Warfare. This is a live TV taping for Roku. And that's at 4:00 in the afternoon. Small Bar, North Carolina. Dude, it's going to be a fun time. Coming up after that, June the 14th, we're going to Extreme Heat Wave.
That's coming back? What?
Yep, Quest returns. So I didn't tell you what happened. So here's what happened.
What?
Hold on. Have you ever heard of open mouth insert foot?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it happened. Yep. So Manny was complaining and telling Quest, hey, give me back my car keys, because Quest stole 2 of his cars at different wrestling shows. Well, Jack Wiley gets into the ring. The commentator, mind you, gets into the ring and says, Quest, I challenge you. And that's where the whole world took a shit. Because in the fine print of Quest's walking papers, it said if you are challenged by any person under the umbrella of XWW. Didn't mean it had to be a wrestler. He got challenged by a commentator. So it's going to be Jack Wiley versus Quest in Quest's return match to XWW.
I hope he's doing some training and some cardio because he's going to need it.
Dude, I've already sent Jack some information paperwork for insurance and stuff, accidental death dismemberment and aftercare, maybe even I think I sent him a hospice pamphlet. I was trying to help the guy out because he's gonna get hurt. So I was just trying to look out for him. But check this out. This is all you right here.
Yes. It's going to be a fun weekend. Man, how many shows am I doing? Wow. And Surge's Pro Wrestling is coming back. Sorry, I'm just reminding my calendar. I got to update it. It's coming back for their second showing in Eden, North Carolina. Come see these amazing matches. You have Tyler Bruins, the Outlaw, going against Nate Burns. TDT is going to make an appearance. Trey Tucker is going to make against Mike Robinson. There's going to be so many other amazing talent as well. Luke Hamilton, Baby Lotion's coming back. Metallica, The Wave. Hell, I'm going to be there. So definitely come out and check it out.
There you go. Also on the 15th, 7 p.m. bell time, live pro wrestling. This is you again.
This is me again. This is the good old DMV area. This is all up in Northern Virginia. Actually, I'm going to be here. I take that back. I might be here. Good old Northern Virginia at the JCC, literally down the street at Little River Turnpike. Come back as MATW comes back to the good old DMV to bring on some amazing, awesome matches. Look, you have O'Shea Edwards, Chase Emery coming up to the DMV, Blade Brown, CW Anderson, Ace Montana. It's going to be a great night of wrestling.
Rhett Titus is going to be there. Rhett Titus is one hell of a wrestler.
Hell
Ring of Honor's own. Also, that Saturday, 122 Builders Court, Boiling Springs, South Carolina. This show is for everyone. This is a benefit for the South Carolina School for Deaf and the Blind. Pro Wrestling Union and Asylum Pro Wrestling are working together on this with Pro Wrestling is for everyone. We've got some matchups coming at you. There's the God's Gift World Title, Breezy Sanson and James Self Standard. You've got the Pro Wrestling Union Junior Heavyweight Title, Christopher Prince versus Stephen Meeks. That matchup was dreamed up about a year ago when Pro Wrestling is for Everyone was in its beginning stages. And they got to talking about how Pro Wrestling is for Everyone mentioned how I was one of their biggest supporters in, saying, hey, look, this is great, man. We got the ability for autistic kids to be able to enjoy the show by getting headphones and little fidgets and shit for their hands and stuff.
As a fellow neurodivergent, I appreciate it for people like us to be able to come out to shows. The anxieties, being around big crowds, those noises, it makes a big difference for people to come out and enjoy the show. It's amazing what they do.
Right. So with this one here, there was a post that went out like a year ago, and it said, I want to see my 3 biggest supporters all in the ring at the same time. And it was Ron Emerson, Christopher Prince, and Stephen Meeks. So it's like, well, those 2 can wrestle and I'll announce it. We tried at like 2 or 3 different promotions to get this match to happen, but just schedules weren't aligning. So fuck it. Here we go. We're going to do it right there. We're going to do it.
Hell yeah.
So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. Lindsay, Lexi Steele in a women's match. That's going to be an awesome matchup. There's your God's Gift title and the Pro Wrestling Union Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. It's going to be a good one. Now, check this out. This one's great. I love this right here. This just
What?
got announced today. I'm
What?
dropping bombs. This
Hold on,
was
dropping
announced
bombs.
today. Tommy Dreamer, Psycho Boy Fodder at XWW Cruel Summer. This is going to be live at Waxhaw. This is a free show. And you're
Get
getting
out.
Tommy Dreamer versus Psycho Boy Fodder, XWW heavyweight title. Tommy
On the
Dreamer,
line.
yes, Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence, returns to where violence, or what is it, innovation expected and violence is required.
Mhm.
I think that's the moniker. I might have said it backwards. If I said it
He's
backwards,
the innovator of violence, but go on.
no, he is the innovator of violence, but he goes back to where innovation required and violence is expected from XWW. That's XWW's tagline. Innovation required, violence is accepted or expected. And then we've got this show coming up. This is you, right? Ray Wrestling?
Yep. Redemption is coming to this BWA. We're Saturday, June 22nd in Eden, North Carolina. And that's the poster. Stephen Meek straight in the middle, Baby Lotion. Mr.
Luke
Burns there, Morgan Dash. It's we don't have the card for you. I just have that poster. Yeah, I think only one match was announced, and that's Luke Fury versus Morgan Dash. Look, Morgan Dash has been getting his friends together. He's been on a roll lately, just full steam ahead. It's gonna be crazy. What?
Well, so that match is happening June 1st. And it's happening June 22nd. Okay. Neat. And we're involved with both shows. That's interesting. AWL returns to Union. Details to be announced for the 13th of July for Justified. Coming up July 19th at Lenny Boy Brewing, it's Kingdom Clash 2024, and it is the debut of Dan the Dad.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan the Dad. Let's see here. Coming up after that, we're going into September. So July, we're skipping August for now. No, why did you click that? That's a spam thing.
I was trying to delete
figure out which one of the 10 pages it came on and delete it. It was probably from your Twitch. But we've got Parade of Champions coming out. Pro Wrestling Union Parade of Champions with Bubba Amick Promotions. Remember, we are giving away tickets to this show. Which night are we giving away the tickets? We announced it already. We talked about it, but I done forgot. Do you remember? I gotta look. I'm trying to look now to remember when we said we were giving away the tickets. Let's see. Oh, it's June the 20th. We are giving away tickets. Thursday, June 20th, we are giving away 4 tickets.
There we go.
To this show. Thursday, June 20th, we will be giving away 4 tickets that night during the show. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun time. And
you can still sponsorship opportunities are available for that matchup. So make sure you reach out to
Parade of Champions. You got Heath Slater, John Schuyler, AJ Kazana, Zuka King, Christopher Prince, Chase Emery. Damn, I'm running out of people. Heat Seekers, Whiskey Business. There's a Drew Hood. Yeah, man. There's Luca Daniels is on here. The Good Doctor is on here. That's also sponsored by Wrestling Road Stories.
Wrestling Road Stories. Podcast. I like those guys. They're cool.
They're good people. They are good people. But guess what, folks? That is it for the night. That's the end.
We're going to keep going because the calendar's filling up, man. And just to reiterate, I know we spoke to a couple of talent. You have reached out to me. Thank you for the AIWF show. Thank you to Matt Classic for that. We will be getting back with you. We're just getting up our calendar. As you can see, this week was rough. We're probably going to go through mid-June to add you on for the Indie Spotlight. So we'll be in touch.
Yes, David Estacado is leading that charge, not me. I actually had to tell somebody your name today because they didn't know who you were.
How do you not know who I am?
I swear to God. I'm like, how do you watch my show and not know who David Estacado is? Like, I don't understand this, but okay, it's fine. Anyway, listen, brother, thank you for coming on. I know you were training. I'm sure you're tired. You're probably covered in shit and stinking too. Listen, I hope you had a
Not
good night
shit.
in training. Spit, sweat, whatever.
Yeah, it was a good workout. It's been a while. Got to get that ring cardio in. You know, sometimes you have to get in there and handle business yourself. You know what I mean?
Man, I guess so. I guess so. But at any rate, my friend, thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate you being here as well. As
course.
always, we've got a stacked week again next week, 3 shows in a row again. Tuesday night, we're talking about the Pro Wrestling is for Everyone. This show is for everyone show. Talk about them on Tuesday. On Wednesday night, we're joined by Eric Nelson from Stranglehold Championship Wrestling to go over the Birthday of Champions. I don't know who all is coming on for that. I don't know anything about. I just know we're going to be on here forever.
Some legends, maybe. It'd be nice.
No, I can't tell you anything. I can just tell you that I'll be in Georgia and all the legends will be with me. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We. Okay, yes, we. Okay. I didn't know we were French now. Do you have a mouse in your pocket? Is that why you're saying we? Oh, gotcha.
Good stuff. No. Okay.
Anyway.
But no, we, as in you and me, live.
Yes. With Majin Buu, and we got another friend coming in that we'll let y'all know about when we get to see her. Oh, we got a friend coming, my brother. We got a friend coming. She is coming to Georgia to hang out with us at the table too. So it's going to be a good time.
All right. And then day 3.
I'm going to fuck home.
No, not. We're doing Wrestling's for Everyone. Stranglehold Championship Wrestling.
Oh, and then the Wrestling Wire is the 3rd day. Every Thursday we don't miss.
Oh! I thought we were gonna have it like another back to back to back. All right, go. All right.
Oh no. If it was gonna be back to back to back to back, it'd be 4. But we're gonna be on air Friday and Saturday too.
Yeah, you're right.
So
this is true.
I mean, y'all are getting ready to see what this shit looks like as a full-time fucking job, because that's what it's turned into in the last month.
Yep.
This has gotten ridiculous. Now I just need everybody to pay. I just need to change my salary negotiations.
Yeah, we need to work on the salary negotiations.
Yeah, that's about it. But at any rate, my brother, I will see you. I can't wait to talk to you again. I can't wait to see you guys in person next week. I'm really looking forward to Georgia. I need the fuck out of South Carolina for at least a day. I need to get away from here.
We need a vacation. And it's a work vacation at that.
I need a vacation where I'm going to work, but I need another vacation. I'm taking another one in June anyway. I can't tell you when. I can't tell you where. I can just tell you my phone's going to either end up my phone's either going to end up in the Atlantic or it's going to end up somewhere on the turnpike. I haven't decided yet, but it ain't going to be with me. Fuck that shit. Anyway, you know what? If we don't see you anymore this week, that's okay. I understand. I hope to see you all at wrestling shows, because that's where you're going to see us. After that, we'll see you next week. But you know where we'll always see you? We'll always see you at the Indies.
At the Indies.
Take it easy. All righty.